Martha's joined me here in the dining room where we have a layout of the final bit of work required for our electrics. So our electrics are almost done. We've had the electrician in over a lot of last year, actually putting in the main cabling throughout the house. But the final task is down to me, which is fitting these remaining lights around various rooms of the house. Now, this is really good news for us because next week we have a meeting with the Consuel. Now, Consuel in France are the department that look after auditing electrical installations and making sure that they are safe and compliant with modern standards. So we need that sign-off for our house in order for us to have our permanent electric feed. Currently, we're running on one that's effectively set for a building site. So the lights that we've got here range from a couple that we bought brand new, so a lovely fan light for the bedroom and a little LED one for the attic. A number that we've brought over from the UK, including a gorgeous chandelier that Claire's brought, and actually a couple that we've got from the local resourcery, which is a charity shop where we are here in France. They'll require a little more attention to make sure that they're actually compliant. So, let's get cracking. Having the electrics done upstairs was chaos. It caused a few challenges while trying to live in the house at the same time because, of course, when replacing the electrics, it affects every room of the house. Here, though, I'm in the kitchen today, and one of the important parts of the electrics was, of course, preparing for our brand new kitchen. If you saw from one of our earlier videos, one of my next big projects is redesigning and building from scratch a brand new kitchen here for us. One of the things we knew from the very beginning was that we were going to want an island in the middle here where we have this table currently. And in that island we're going to have a couple of ovens and probably an induction hob. So we had to make sure we had the electrics run ready for that. So we actually ran them behind this wall, and if I roll back this bit of carpet you'll see that we've carved out a channel and they run across in that. One of my remaining tasks is to actually concrete over and make sure that that's solid again. But that's set up ready for when we build the island. Having got all the new electrics in, one of my other challenges is to remove a few bits of the old electrics that are still kicking around. The way they used to get the electric to the upstairs here was through these cables up outside. Of course, that was absolutely not compliant. So thankfully they're now all disconnected, but that means I need to go and remove them. There we go, no more wires dangling down the house. So the old stuff is gone. I've removed all the old electrics kicking around now, which is great. We found some really scary things while doing this whole process. There were the sockets which had turned brown where they'd overheated, and we found nails in the fuses.
Yeah. That was a good one.
There was a couple of those. There was cable channels where they'd put a bolt actually right into the cable channel, and you just couldn't pull any of the wires through anymore. It was a miracle they were even working. There were indoor switches used outdoors. There was wire when you took off some of the sockets where it was so old the insulation on the wire was actually crumbling off it. It is a bit of a miracle that there haven't been any electrocutions or the place hasn't burnt down in the grand scheme of things.
And yet, that is not unusual. Any old house, especially here, it seems, just because of the way the inheritance law works, and often they don't get sold for ages and they stand empty and they just do, deteriorate. And we've got friends who have got electrics in even worse condition, which is really scary.
Yeah, they've called me over a few times because I've got some knowledge of electrics, and where they've had an old style fuse board where some of the fuses had blown and they were trying to figure out why and what had happened there. But yes, so the good thing is now though, we're totally safe.
Yeah.
All the old stuff has been completely removed, replaced with brand new cabling in there. With new proper breaker boards and all up to standards. We know that because we had the Conswell engineer come and check us out, and the Conswell, they come and make sure everything is up to modern standards and works and is safe. So that's fantastic news. Conswell means that we can now get our permanent electric connection, something that's been 2.5 years in the process for us to get to.
Something we didn't realise because our electrics came from the original farmhouse, and so like a barn conversion really, we had to get it all done anew. And it's a process you just have to go through, and it feels good to have it done after 2.5 years.
Yes, it's so nice now having kind of not just one socket in a room, but actually sockets more where you need them for a modern life. It's fantastic. And as for the lights, I mean, the lights Claire's been collecting over the last 20 years that have finally been fitted. They look stunning.
Yeah, they've got a home. It's been great to see them going up.
Yeah, it makes every room just feel, despite the fact that it's not actually finished yet, it looks and feels much, much nicer now, which is fantastic. Yeah. Now that that's done, I've got a little bit of tidy up work left to do. So I've got to plaster over the channels in the ceiling in the guest room where we channeled out for the lights, and I've got to concrete over that channel in the kitchen that you saw. But once that's all finished, we're on to my next big project, which, if we remember from the videos, is...
the kitchen.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Very exciting.
Very exciting. Very challenging.
Yes, it's going to be challenging for me. I'm going to be learning how to make cabinets, the right sizes for all the devices we're going to be getting, and also figure out how I make the kitchen surface for the island. I'm thinking I might try resin casting, which I've never done before.
Gosh, how many videos can we record of Martin not getting that right, I wonder?
Definitely going to be a few tries for that, I think. I might have to do some small samples first. But that's going to be coming up over the next few videos, I think, of me starting work on the kitchen, which will be fun.
It will.
Anyway, thanks very much for watching.
Thank you, and see you next time.